Coming up, crews are searching for a missing teenager tonight.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. We begin tonight with some breaking news in Perry County. First responders say they are looking for this guy, 16-year-old Robert Caldwell, who might be in the water. They say they found shoes he was possibly wearing near the river, and boats at last check were in the water searching. They say the teen was last seen around 6 o'clock tonight. He went missing from an assisted living facility in Jeff. Caldwell is about 6 feet tall with a slender build and longer hair. If you have any information, you should call 911. A bill that would allow 15-year-olds to get their driving permit was signed into law today. Madison Carmouche talked to a driver instructor about the change.
After some persuading from his two teenage kids, Governor Andy Beshear signed House Bill 15 into law.
House Bill 15.
Fine, I'll sign it, okay?
I was hoping you'd say that. Here's the bill. Here's your pen.
To all the 15-year-olds out there, drive safely.
Now that 15-year-olds will be able to get their instruction permit in the Commonwealth, this means more business for the owner and lead driving instructor, Jeff Peters at Apex Driving School.
I welcome it. Bring it on. I will teach anybody anything. I have nerves of steel.
Peters says he does worry about the maturity level of younger driving students.
Some come in with they've been on their phone.
Well, we're having some trouble with that story. Now, the language in the bill says once it was signed into law, it takes effect immediately. Governor Beshear signed 20 bills today, vetoed 12 others, and returned 4 more without a signature. Among those he signed, House Bill 342 requires a financial literacy course in high school, and House Bill 443, which makes Highway 80 through Perry, Knott, and Floyd counties part of the Hal Rogers Parkway. Among the bills he vetoed was House Bill 684, which limits the forms of valid identification that may be used to allow a voter to cast a ballot, and Senate Bill 89, which the governor says eliminates protections in place to prevent the pollution of groundwater and flooding of creeks, streams, and rivers. Republican legislators will likely override Governor Beshear's vetoes during the final 2 days of the legislative session, Thursday and Friday. More details in a Southern Kentucky murder case were revealed today in a district courtroom. Brianna Rich is accused of killing her own mother, 50-year-old Carol Rich, at a Laurel County home on March 14th. During testimony today, a detective said Brianna admitted to shooting her mother multiple times in multiple rooms.
It started in the bathroom of the residence, I believe she said, led to the kitchen, into the living room, and then they exited the residence. Through this whole time, she's repeatedly shooting her mother.
The attorney pressed more about Brianna's mental health before the judge stopped her, saying it wasn't needed to determine probable cause. A grand jury will now consider if there will be an indictment. The judge also refused to lower Brianna Rich's bond, which sits at $250,000. One woman is dead after a fire in Logan County, West Virginia. Police say the victim is Vicki Dingler. Investigators tell us the fire broke out at a home in the 200 block of Yuma Road around 6:30 this morning. Firefighters say they found Dingler inside the home, got her out, and gave her CPR. She was taken to the hospital where she later died. It's not known how the fire started. An agreement has been reached in an emergency protective order case filed by the son of former Governor Matt Bevin. Jonah Bevin claims he was abused under the guardianship of Matt and Glenna Bevin. He also says he was sent to a Jamaican facility where he describes different accounts of being beaten and waterboarded. Today, they all came to an agreement with different terms for each parent. Former Governor Bevin agreed to a 6-month EPO starting today. That means no contact with Jonah and potential jail time if he violates it. Former First Lady Glenna Bevin agreed to a civil restraining order which carries less severe penalties if it's broken.
Hi everybody, WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey back with you. We continue to deal with a very pleasant evening for the most part until we get into northern parts of the region. Around Moorhead, we've had some rain that has been rumbling through the area on again, off again for the better part of the day. Those drops, though, are calming down. Hazard, Pikeville, Paintsville, Point South. Not so much. London, Corbin, Somerset, we've had a good looking sky. What do we look like into the day on Wednesday? Upper 30s, low 40s out the door. Temperatures into the 50s for the afternoon with a partly cloudy sky. There's still a chance for an isolated shower. Radar picture with a shower or two continuing to roll across the northern part of the region. That is with a system that is dropping its way through the Ohio Valley from northwest to southeast. That high pressure that is in control of the weather right now to the Great Lakes, giving us that chilly air across the region. See the warm front just on the edge of the screen. That bad boy is going to scream through here on Thursday, giving us a warmer pattern and may lead to some severe weather for the weekend. We'll touch on that when I come back here in just a few minutes.
All right, Chris, thank you. In Pike County, businesses impacted by the February flood have been working to get back on their feet, and an area organization is hoping to help. The Pikeville Community Foundation opened applications for its small business flood relief grants, offering up to $5,000 to businesses that were flooded but plan to reopen. Representatives with the foundation say it is their way of rallying behind the small businesses that make the communities what they are.
And if you need help, you can always contact Jessica Bledsoe at the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky, and she can help you through the application. So we want to help you. We want businesses to apply for this.
Eligible businesses in Pike County can apply for a grant until Friday. You can find more information on our website. If you were impacted by flooding in February, the time is winding down to apply for FEMA assistance. Homeowners and renters in 16 Kentucky counties have until April 25th, 1 month from now, to apply for federal disaster aid. To register, you'll need your Social Security number, disaster damaged address, insurance details, and bank information for direct deposit. Make sure your contact information is up to date with FEMA, as they may need to reach you for a home inspection or more information. Now, you can learn how to apply on our website, WYMT.com. Folks with the Housing Development Alliance are continuing to build. The group Hope Builders with HDA is working on a home in the Lico community, which is the first major HDA housing development in Leslie County. Hope Builders Program Coordinator Shannon Gabbard says she is grateful for the program.
It's very exciting to see homes going up here and the reaction from the community as well. I know we've had lots of inquiries about how to get a home on Lico Road, so we're excited about that.
The Hope Building program is for people in substance use recovery to work and re-enter the workforce. The program is 1 year long. The only Eastern Kentucky winner of American Idol put down his guitar and went back to his construction roots to help a Jackson County family today. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino was there.
For over 17 years, the Neelys have called this their home. This week, they warmly welcomed volunteers to help repair what they couldn't do alone.
We couldn't afford to put new windows, new bathroom in and all that unless it was for them.
The Christian Appalachian Project builds hope and transforms lives through serving others in the mountains. Student volunteers with CAP are using their spring break to help out.
They're getting ready to put in a walk-in shower, which we have a bathtub now, and it's dangerous for Richard to get in and out of, and me too, of course, so we're so happy about that.
Richard has suffered from polio since he was a boy, making some tasks difficult. But the Neelys say Kentucky is filled with people helping people. And CAP's volunteers, along with season 22 winner of American Idol, Noah Thompson, showed up to prove that point exactly.
But anytime I get a chance to come home and be a part of anything that has to do with, Eastern Kentucky in any way, I want to be a part of it. So I was grateful that they asked us to come and, do this.
Noah is a Kentucky native from Louisa, Kentucky,
And though he's off in Nashville now, he will never forget his roots that run deep in eastern Kentucky.
And it's really special to have an American Idol in your house. Me and Richard is glad to have him, and they're going to put him to work.
And work is what they accomplished. But Noah and Richard couldn't resist their bond of music, showing Noah his large collection of guitars, even sharing some songs with one another. Sharing the love of music and sharing acts of service and kindness along the way.
It's like, I think it's just good just to be good to people and just show, shed light.
Which is what Kentuckians are known for. In Jackson County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
Richard's wife Tammy says that he owns 17 guitars and has written multiple songs.